We often talk about the art and the style of rollerblading, but when you get right down to it, what rollerblading really is a collection of tricks. The subjective elements, like style and creativity, while important, are not really all that unique to rollerblading. In fact, we learned to value those things initially by mimicking other action sports. But the trick vocabulary, on the other hand, is completely unique to rollerblading. The inline technology, the actual boots, frames, wheels, bearings, etc., present certain possibilities as well as limitations, which more than any other factor will influence the way a skater can interact with their skating environment. So the trick vocabulary is what truly makes rollerblading unique.
With rollerblades attached to your feet, you have the ability to skate super fast. There are so many pros pushing the limits every day, doing veritable stunts. Skating from roof to roof, doing huge tricks like the full pipes and shuffle, disasters to grinds, and even 1260s.
Southern California is the center of the skating world. So when you hold a contest in San Diego, California, and the locals come out, really you're talking about the best skaters in the world. No one has been more influential than this cast of characters, including Josh Petty, Louis Zamora, Dustin Latimer, Brian Shima, and Dominic Sagona.
And what better place to hold an event than the San Diego County Fair with 1.1 million visitors over a 3-week period. And this year, for the first time, a big street course. More of a real street style course, though, than what you'd see at a normal ASA event.
Yeah, you don't see as many transitions here as we're accustomed to seeing on an ASA course. We got a lot of flat banks, a lot of square rails, and angle iron. This kind of course should neutralize some of the bigger stunt skaters, and what you'll see is a lot of the real street skaters and more creative style skaters excelling. Case in point, Dominic Sagona, easily one of the most creative skaters on the tour right now. Showing you good lines, and of course he's got the technicality to match it. And there's one of his signature moves, showing off that creativity, and that will really help you on this kind of course.
And in the prelims, it's all about being consistent. Dominic Sagona, super consistent. Eric Shrine had a couple big moments, but his consistency was lacking, didn't make it into the final.
That's right, we're just taking a look at the prelims. Josh Obert is a rookie who's really been blazing a trail through the Pro Tour season. 360 over the box, but where he really has been making a name for himself is on the grinds, especially spinning into him. A lot of combinations coming out of the fakie 360. And of course, there's that creativity and a lot of different shuffle variations we'll see on this course.
Sean Robertson, he's more of a stunt skater. He had a little bit of trouble out here, trying the big stunts, trying to do what he does best, and just missing.
Right, it really is a tough course for stunt skating, but you still see some of these guys looking for whatever they can find, even if they have to go out of the course to get it.
His partner in crime, Ryan Dawes, came out and did some very unique tricks, but didn't make his way into the final.
Alley fishbrain all the way around the corner. Again, Ryan Dawes, another one of these guys. He was #2 in the world at the end of last season. He did on the strength of creativity, but also going really big. Hard to find those big lines on this course.
Now here's a guy who can put together any line, anywhere. Blake Dennis, check this out.
No doubt about it. And you see right there, even when it doesn't go right, it's a mark of a truly great skater. He can make it still look good, making it up as he goes. And then backside torque, topside soul, great combo.
And that was good enough to put him in 3rd place heading into the final. Benny Huber, now here's a stunt skater, really known more for stunts, but figuring out a way to be really creative on the course, qualified in 1st. So Benny Huber, big surprise because of the type of course, ends out on top. If you look at the rest of the field, mostly very tech skaters. Josh Obert, Dominic Sagona, Eric Bailey, Brian Aragon, and local superstar Robert Leovanos ekes his way in.
Well, stunts is just like, you know, like stunts, doing crazy tricks. And technical skating is just like little grinds, a lot of different kind of things with your feet.
When we come back, we're getting ready on the street with the final. Don't go anywhere. The ASA Pro Tour on ESPN is brought to you by the Taz Attitour, presented by Warner Brothers. Bringing the attitude of Taz and all the Looney Tunes to the world of action sports. Visit TazTour.com for all the latest tour information. By Yoo-Hoo Chocolate Drink. Side effects may include happiness and refreshment. And by Kung Pao. Own the DVD or rent it today.
1, 2, 3, go.
Hide in
Welcome back to the ASA Pro Tour and the San Diego County Fair, where there is tons to do. Over 1 million people came this year over 3 weeks, and the theme, Elvis, dropping out of planes, cruising around the entire fairgrounds, and putting on hundreds of shows. And what better place to walk away with lots of free product than in the ASA Expo area. So it's time for the final. Each skater is going to get 2 65-second runs, and only the better run in the final counts.
We cannot emphasize enough how much of a factor the layout of this course will be in this contest. The fact that it's got so many flat banks, it's a smaller design, it creates unique opportunities for some of these creative technical skaters like Robert Liavanos out of San Diego, switching up from the shuffle into the soul and then mixing it up off the step onto the ledge box. Stefano Fano is a hot shot in his rookie season. One of this new breed of skaters who can mix up the huge tricks like the 900 and the 720 transfer, but he's also got the grinds, forward corner start, backslide.
How to skate the course and like have a couple different lines and then try to, just link it all together. It's usually not all that hard. If I can, I try to put together, enough lines so that I don't have to do the same run twice.
Aaron Feinberg, the veteran, doing super well with a well-thought-out line.
I like spinning a lot to grinds and doing a bunch of switch-ups with them, so that's probably my favorite trick.
The tricks become really important on a course like this, and a technical skater like Josh Ober can do very well for himself, as can Eric Bailey out of Boise, Idaho.
Yeah, Eric skated the course with tons of speed there with the nice Farfignugan, and here, topsoul all the way around the corner.
Well, it's sickening how technical this kid is, and there's a brand new trick. That's a pud slide. That's a trick that's becoming very popular.
Now, Jaron Grove likes the big transition. Here, only one big launch box. He took advantage of that, but then had some trouble because everything else was much smaller.
It looked like he was trying to work out his line, trying to figure out a way around the course, and it just never came all together. But even there, showing off some of the technicality, doing one of Dominic's signature moves.
So many good tricks out here in the course. You want to learn about tricks? Now's your chance. Ryan and Sean are going to school you.
These girls are too tall for me, so I'm going to stand on the curb, do my intro. Y'all stand down here. All right, this is Ryan Doss, and we are in San Diego, I think? Del Mar, California. And we're doing a Trictionary. What's your name?
Alicia. Reina.
My girlfriend's name was Alicia. Hey, baby, how you doing? I need backup. Sean's rolling over. He's my backup. Is it? Del Mar.
Have you ever heard of a backside Farfignugan disaster 540 out?
No.
That's what it is. Do you have any idea what a switch sole is?
No.
Can you get in that stance right there?
Yeah.
Now put that foot in front of this one. It was sideways. Bring it a little more. To be little bitty.
I'm not dancing to the little bitty with you. I hear it all day. I've had enough of that song.
Do you know what a disaster royale is by any chance?
No.
Disaster royale is where you're actually in the air for a few seconds or, just a little bit before you actually land on the grind. Okay, do you remember the trick I just taught you?
No.
I'm not a very good teacher.
Hey. Here, piggy, piggy, piggy.
You guys are doing that to try to pick up on chicks.
Yeehaw! Do you know any trick names?
Shuffle.
Shuffle.
This is Ryan Doss.
And Sean Robertson.
And basically, no one has any idea what rollerblading tricks are, but we do, so
we're out of here.
Peace.
Well, rollerblading is coming of age because now the new acclaimed video game, Aggressive Inline, is finally out. Featuring Jaron Grove, Ty Chris Edwards, Shane Yost, Eito Yasutoko, Sam Fogarty, and all your favorite pros. And voted in many of the video game magazines as the best new action sports engine.
Has a really big element of fun, and it's really cool. It's really cool to play.
I think it's going to do really well for the sport.
Aggressive Inlines, my claim to fame.
Well, in the arcade-style game, you can do supernatural tricks. And this guy, Dominic Sagona, he's got a few of his own.
These rollerblading video games are great, and they work real closely with the skaters, and they put all the tricks in there. But then you see a guy like Dominic who seems to make up tricks every time he skates, so there's no way that these video games can keep up with Dominic. When you watch him, you truly are watching something unique. Exactly what I'm talking about, and it also makes our job very difficult. It's hard to call these tricks. A lot of them we're seeing for the first time. You had a 540 with kind of a shuffle and missing the alley-oop soul or the soyal, and there's a dom slide, backslide. So many of these tricks are completely innovative, and Dom comes up with them himself, and you can tell just by looking at him with one shirt, half on, different colored skates. I mean, this kid is all about being unique. Abstract 540, and his style is so great. There's a fast slide variation of that Dom slide. And even when he lands his tricks and the way he skates, how he looks kind of out of control, I mean, all that becomes part of his style, and it's just so cool. This is why everyone's so hot on Dominic right now.
Making it look so easy, spinning 270 and then locking on soul.
Well, when you see a guy that's like this hellbent on being unique, it's like they run the risk where they could almost become sort of like a clown, and you could write them off as a novelty. But there's something that's so credible about his style and the way that he skates that he pulls it off. True spin, alley topside soul. And he's having a great run, and he's showing off a lot of those tricks. And here's that one that gave us trouble. He goes like 270 into the shuffle backslide and then spins 270 out. There's his signature move, the Dom slide, doing the fast slide variation of it.
81.25 puts Dominic in first.
Just can't say enough about him. Very creative skater, and that is the spirit of rollerblading.
So after one run, the true street skater ripping it up, sitting on top.
Everything the same is brain thought to explain this, how important changes and damaging it could potentially be. I definitely see some type of consciousness to a degree, but have yet to see any action relevant to revolutionize psychic contraption. See the fraction disaster happen behind closed doors. The hurt is shedding its epidermis and needed some service. Malnourished, and I work my hands, letting seeds more flourish. Planted seeds sprout to full-blown organisms.
The progression of tricks in rollerblading has been guided over the years by skaters with vision. You can divide this elite group of skaters into two subgroups. In one group, you'll have skaters who can create something from nothing. Skaters like John Julio, Chris Edwards, and Dominic Sagona. Skaters who have vision to see possibilities where there were none before. And in the other group, you've got skaters who can perform existing tricks in new and unexpected ways. Skaters like Dustin Latimer, Brian Shima, and Aaron Feinberg. It's through the combined effort of these two groups, and thanks to the spirit of innovation that they possess, that rollerblading's trick vocabulary is able to grow.
I think some people that innovate the sport, we always say Julio, he'll do one thing, then the next video people will be doing what he did, then the next competition, the next video, they'll be doing what he did in the next one. Blake Dennis, he does a lot of cool stuff, especially on a street course and skate parks.
So we're back with round number 2 here on the street course. Up next, Blake Dennis.
My favorite trick at the moment would probably be shuffles, like set slides when you slide on the wood.
Well, with Dominic Sagona sitting in first place with creative moves, now the big guns are coming out trying to unseat him. Unfortunately, Blake Dennis had some great tricks, but unlike in the prelims, he was unable to keep it all together.
Hey, I'm Benny Huber, and I'm gonna speak Sharon's run like the monster, and because it's gonna rip the shit up, and I'm gonna skate later on. Come on, Jaron!
Well, we'll help him out a little bit. Jaron Grobe trying some stunts on the course. Check this out. Up top, 540 off. That was pretty much the highlight of his run, however.
Yeah, a lot of filler tricks padded around that highlighted feature. Wasn't enough to do it. And now here's your number 1 qualifier out of the prelims, Benny Huber, also having trouble. So all these top contenders having a lot of trouble here in the finals.
Soul grind to a Royale. Nice transfer there, but too little too late in the first round.
Hey, I'm Fabiola. That was Benny Huber.
Here we're going to take another look at the creative skating of Robert Liavano, San Diego's very own. Watch how he starts out shuffle into the dark side soul, and then look at how he transfers off the soul grind into the Macchio.
Technology has become an intricate part of the inline skate industry.
Having just the technology that these computers bring around now is
it just goes hand in hand with skating.
I'm just learning how to edit little stuff, like learn how to make little videos and clips, but that's why I got the Mac one.
G4 Macintosh titanium lap book.
That computer is the most incredible machine ever invented. We just videotape ourselves and make videos.
Many pros edit their latest videos on iMovie and Final Cut Pro because these edit systems can run on the portable PowerBooks. Some videographers use the more advanced Macintosh system at home, the Media 100.
I do graphic design for a lot of the companies in rollerblading. When I'm not working, I'm checking message boards or checking out websites.
Macintosh is at the helm of guiding athletes, videographers, event crews, and ASA judges in progressing the sport of rollerblading.
Being able to communicate with the world and see things that are right there, you know, everything's at the touch of your hand.
So back on the street course, some very, very talented skaters up. Aaron Feinberg, this guy has won the World Championships and the X Games.
Aaron is just an electric skater. Anytime he shows up on a street course, it changes the session. Topside sole. In fact, all the other pro skaters watch him when he's practicing to see how to put together a line.
A big 720 there.
And now here's one of the rookies who's watching Aaron Feinberg, but he's got his own style, and it's mostly technical difficulty. Spinning out of fakie into a lot of his tricks, a lot of technical grind tricks. And there's a fakie 720 attempt into the shuffle. This is Josh Oberg. And he's got a bright future ahead of him. Talking about bright futures, how about Stefan Alfano?
This kid is amazing. He skates so fast and goes super big, but they're showing off some technical ability.
Well, he did it fast and big. All these technical grinds are coming out huge spins. 540 into the true spin alley topside sole attempt. So all these skaters showing us different things that you can do on your skates that are completely unique to inline skating. From the shuffles to the spins and airs to grinds to these combos, starting out torque and fast slide. And then look at this backside Farfanugan transfer into the bank.
So things are starting to get heated up here on the street course. If you want to check out more skating on the tour, Milwaukee, Vert, and Street airs October 2nd. Go to asaskate.com for all the airtime. Final runs here in the street when we come back. The ASA Pro Tour on ESPN has been brought to you by Corn Nuts, corn gone wrong, by Acclaim's Aggressive Inline, now available on the PlayStation 2 computer entertainment system rated T for Teen, and by The Adventures of Pluto Nash, brought to you by Warner Brothers Pictures.
When you look around the action sports landscape, you can see that it's punctuated by moments where a single trick has defined an entire sport. There's no doubting the impact that Tony Hawk's 900 has had on skateboarding, or Matt Hoffman's backflip on BMX. And when you look at rollerblading with its 1260s and its double backflips and its ever-expanding list of grinds, you can't help but wonder what tricks are yet to come and what we will look back on as our defining moments.
Well, I think rollerblading is going to go a lot bigger than it is now. I think some of the progressive sport are definitely Jaron Grobe, Benny Huber. They want to do the biggest tricks they can. They want to go as high as possible and do as many spins as possible. Those are the guys that are out there really pushing the sport to the limits.
When it first started, it was like Chris Edwards and Otto Eisenberg was motivating and doing all that stuff. And then nowadays, it's just tons of people, even all the AMs starting to push stuff, innovating. It's just like, I don't know, I don't really think of a certain person when I think about it.
Jaron Grobe inspires me a lot, and Dominic Sagona and Aaron Feinberg, they have different styles that I like that inspire me to do different things on that. So probably those three are the top that inspire me the most.
You're starting to hear Dominic Sagona's name very often mentioned by other pros as one of the most respected for his unique style. He sits in first here at the San Diego County Fair, and he's hoping with this run to extend his lead.
So much fun to watch, and you can see here in the second round, already off to a better start than the first round. He missed that trick, the alley-oop sole, and here in the second round getting a fakie 360 out of it. So if he can increase his lead here.
Now, it ain't gonna happen. With a fall like that, he's pretty much got to throw this run away because that took a lot longer than the bobble in the first round. So Dominic leaves the door wide open with only one skater to go, and it's a rookie.
Right now we're about to watch Brian Aragon rip up the course. He's got a real nice full run, lots of tricks. Check it out.
Brian Aragon.
He's coming up, come down the launch box. Nice big 900. Cruising up to the right corner of the course, bringing it down to the box. big 540 transfer. Nice 270 backslide, set slide, 270 in.
270 out.
Doing really good to get off this box right here. Here he comes. Backside rail around the corner, gapping in. He's got a real good solid run. It's looking nice. Nice backside rail transfer. 540 in, looking good. Brian's got a really full run. Skating really well right here.
That's exactly what you have to do.
That's what the judges like to see. Skating really good. Really full, lots of tricks as you can see. He's clearing the ledge box. Looks like he wants to do a nice big trick on the ledge box. Coming across. That's about time. Thanks, Dominic Sagona, commentator.
Clearly, Brian is a comfortable park skater. 900 starting out his run. Not too many skaters can do that. And then here he is kind of getting Dominic Sagona-like, but actually just stepping around.
Just falling short. At 80 in his second run, he'll keep his first run score of 81, and that means he takes second. Dominic Sagona, who called Brian's run, sits on top. And a bit of a surprise, Blake Dennis and Jaron Grove, two guys you normally see in the top 5, in 8th and 9th.
All right, so first of all, Dominic, what's the name of that trick that you're doing? I started calling it the Dom slide today, where you're like doing the fast slide and the backslide shuffles.
I don't know if you could really name it. There's a lot of tricks you're doing now you can't really name. It's just whatever, just freestyle skating.
All right, I'm going to keep calling it Dom slide, because if we don't name him, then I'm out of a job, or it makes my job a lot more difficult. Right. But so you have been known as someone who innovates and comes up with a lot of new tricks. You've got your own style. Does this kind of vindicate your style of skating to come out and win a contest doing a lot of innovative stuff?
I don't know. I'm just trying to come out here and just kind of show everyone there's a different style of skating, completely different aspect, not like this, but like that. And just trying to bring something new, actually contribute to the sport and not just be, another skater doing a handrail every day and it's just too monotonous. Bring something new,
Well, you're definitely not just another skater. Congratulations, Dominic, street champion.
The epitome of non-monotonous. The corn nut sick trick. It happens after every street competition and every vert competition. The corn nut sick trick champion this time around goes to Pat Lennon with the crazy backflip up and over the fence, throwing it all on the line. And you can go to asaskate.com and check out all the corn nut sick tricks and vote for your favorite. Hotel accommodations provided by the Doubletree San Diego Del Mar. Relax, you're among friends at the Doubletree San Diego Del Mar. All rankings and scoring courtesy of Macintosh. Not only does he take home the win, but this week Dominic Sagona wins the Adventures of Pluto Nash Innovation of the Week with the Dom Slide. Special thanks to the staff at the San Diego County Fair. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to EXPN.com.